We recognize that the Champlain Valley Unitarian Universalist Society gathers on the land of the Western Abenaki people. We respect the Abenaki spiritual relationship to this land, and we seek to honor their living traditions. We hope to learn from them how we can better respect Mother Earth and each other.
Sorry? Right, the order changed just a little bit. Could you turn Ronnie's vocal mic on?
Good morning, everybody. We invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing our opening song, number 1020, Woyaya.
Good morning. Welcome to the Champlain Valley Unitarian Universalist Society, to those here in person as well as joining us by Zoom. You are welcome here just as you are. I'm Elyse Singh and I'm today's worship associate. Today is our annual RE Celebration Sunday and blessing of our 6 high school graduates. RE is short for Religious Exploration, which is what we call the programs that the kids do, from the nursery up through high school. This service celebrates the kids and also the youth and adults who lead and assist in RE. We hope you will join us downstairs after the service for social hour, where today there will be cake. We hope you'll fill out a visitor card out in the foyer. Please put your phones into worship mode. Now let us worship together. This is the chalice lighting that we do every Sunday in RE. It has hand gestures. Do any kids want to come up and do them with me? We are a Unitarian Universalist. We are Follow us. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are a church of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands.
And the chalice lighting. And Kieran will light the chalice. as human beings, our job in life is to help people realize how rare and valuable each one of us really is. That each of us has something to offer, something that no one else has or ever will have, something inside that is unique to all time. It is our job to encourage each other, to discover that uniqueness, and to provide ways of developing its expression. Mr. Rogers was the best. And he really loved to sing. So let's sing again. Please rise, embody your spirit. This is an Emma's Revolution song. And it was written back when we said, I'm going to stand for this cause, before we knew that maybe we should remember that everybody can't stand for stuff. Some people roll or wheel or sit or whatever. So hold in your heart that when we say stand, we're meaning show up, right? I'll show up for this, or I'll support this, or I'll help with this. In the warmth of your presence, I am safe at home. I will stand, I will stand. In the deepest conflict, I am not alone. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand. With my spark in my hand, I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, same tune. I will stand in myself when I'm not feeling strong. I will stand, I will stand. I will tear down the walls and sing a freedom song. I will stand, I will stand. Ooh, I will stand, I will stand. With this spark in my hand, I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will gather the courage I have found in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will honor the vision of who I will be. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, with this spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, one more time that line. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. And now you will sit. It is important that when you think the table is maybe on fire, that you do tell someone. So I appreciate that. Always. I don't know if any of this group remembers what the original 8th principle was. That was many years ago. Does anyone remember? Fire safety. So. And I heard that there was actually a 9th principle, which I had never been aware of. Anyone know that one? Water safety. So. I'm kind of slipping on that one. We don't cover that at all in RE. So, the good old days. Okay, so it is the time for all ages. And the story that we have for you today is the story of this past RE year with a very exciting slideshow made later at night than one really should make a slideshow. So if there's like baby pictures of my kids in the middle of it, I apologize to my kids. But not to anybody else. They were totally cute. Okay, so let's start the slideshow. And I'm just going to tell you some of the stuff we did. Connection, joy, action, justice, community are the words that are at the bottom of every email that I send to RE folks every week, because those are some of the things we stand for. So we had 39 kids from 17 families this year. And I don't remember if I included the high schoolers who worked in the nursery in that count or not. They might be on top of that. Or some of our pageant angels who also showed up. So, at the beginning of the year, we did some community building theater games. And we had a new group this year, led by Bobby, called the Sparks, actually. So we named it that because of the spark that's in the song we just sang, actually. The idea of each of us having a spark in us that is just ours, that we want to figure out, like, what is that spark, and we want to share. So they were making sparks to stick on the wall. In the fall, we did Crossing Paths. It used to be called Neighboring Faiths. And that's where the kids go and visit other places of faith. This is making another sparks sign. If you go over to Fen House, I think this is in the hall. Is it, or is it on the wall? It's somewhere. RE always starts with a circle. We circle up, we light our chalice, we share joys and concerns, always optional, and then we get into whatever we're doing. Oh, this is decorating the bags. The Mexican consulate visits every year, and so we made muffins. We baked muffins and then decorated bags. A lot of them ended up very Halloween-y, and also a lot of them ended up upside down. And puppets. Once they realized that you could make puppets, that was kind of the end of doing anything other than that, really. So this is the Crossing Paths group. Jess and Mary led the group. This is them in front of, does anyone know? Katie? Yeah, Burlington Unitarian. At the Radical Love Party this year, we added something new, a kids' table. So everything was free. Kids could come and grab things if they wanted to. Wow, we're already in the world of making ornaments. So every year we make ornaments as a fundraiser for something. This year, the kids decided they wanted to fundraise for a homeless shelter. So we picked Charter House, the Charter House Coalition. So they made ornaments, and they were all sold to raise money for that. Everything that was made was super pointy and sharp. So that was a great idea. They were amazing, but there was one that at least was sold. I think Carrie might have bought it. Did you buy the one that had like 400 pins sticking out of it? Right, evidently like Sharp's safety should be the 10th principle or something. It's great when we have visitors. This is Dorothy's grandson, I think. And sometimes, especially on the weekends of vacations, we have what we call RE Fun Day. So there's not programming. It's when kids and grown-ups get to just show up and play with the stuff we have that they see all the time when they're sitting doing other things, but they can't play with it. So we have a lot of building stuff and games. Apples to Apples is especially popular still. I believe it was when the graduates were here as well. Is it in the real world? Apples to Apples still is played? Yes, yes, yeah. If you've never played it, I highly recommend it. More ornaments. Heidi made the ornament that is on her knee. So we had little animals, trees, snow people. The kids are always the ones who run the table. No adults do it at all. So here they are selling, bagging, making deals. Our easel every morning hopefully shows what's going to go on in RE that day. This is the Sparks group circling up. So this is the room over in Fenn House. This is the kitchen, and we decorated this year all on the same day for Hanukkah, Christmas, and Yule. This doesn't even show, I mean, this is like 1/10 of the decorations that went up. Bird seed ornaments were made. Besides selling ornaments to raise money, we collected items from the want list that Charterhouse had. So people brought in socks and backpacks and warm clothes and boots. A huge thank you to everybody who did that. And I brought over, I mean, at least 3 loads of stuff, I think, kind of over the month or so. So that was another thing we did. This is winter solstice, which sometimes involves a ritual of walking around a spiral into the middle and then walking back, and there's different things you might do. I think we walked into the middle and kind of thought of the next year. I kind of held a hope for that. So everybody got to walk into the middle. The annual no rehearsal Christmas pageant. All ages. Wait, can you just go back one? I just want to point out our beautiful angels. I want to point out everybody, but the angels. I think we're the tallest angels we ever had, actually. You know, they come in all shapes and sizes. The annual counting of the money. Very popular. For real, like, you know, it's fun to count the money. I think we raised like $270, by the end it was like $300. So this is all the stuff. This is the first shipment of stuff that went over, was like collected and organized and folded, and the kids made these little notes, and every single item had a little note that was tucked into it that just said something or had a picture, something to just kind of give a little personal thing to whoever ended up with that. This is an all ages circle up. So sometimes instead of splitting into groups by age, we all meet together, especially if we're working on something like an ornament or something that we want the whole group to be involved in. I don't know who these people are, but I'm pretty sure they were the undercover kindness agents who very helpfully, we have an English as a second language group of moms who come weekly, I think, and have classes and work on language downstairs in the fellowship hall. We found out that sometimes they bring little kids with them. So we made an area in the book area downstairs that has books in Spanish and bilingual books, and then we labeled, like we made labels in Spanish and English to show that we had that area. So they just showed up and did it. I mean, I asked if I could take their photo, and they said yes, but I'm not actually sure they're from here, so I don't know. Valentine's, every year, this is the 4th year we have made Valentine's for 40 people in the congregation who live alone or just could use a little extra love, which is frankly everybody, but we're not making 200 Valentines, so sorry. Those are the name lists. Grabbing addresses. All right, so who is this? Jet Pig. So, right, this year in June, we are voting on, not just we, but UUs all around the world, actually, are voting on new proposed shared UU principles. And there are 6 of them. They go around the love in the, so there's love in the center, and then there's 6 proposed values, and Jet Pig helps us remember what they are: justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. So Jet Pig showed up for 7, time for all ages here. I mean, the kids are pretty quick learn with new ideas. The grown-ups take longer. So we had to like do it 7 times to really make sure you guys understood what Jet Pig was, which worked. I think this is a Valentine. Oh yeah, these are our Valentines again. This is a very important slide because someone took a survey of which snacks everybody wanted, also checking for popularity. Important snack orders. Cheez-Its, very popular, by the way. I'm so sorry that I can't remember if this was Willow or Cheyenne. I think it was Cheyenne. Drew this version of the principles with love at the center during the very first service we had, which was so cool. It's up on the door over in Funhouse. And so we had an older group. They did crossing paths in the fall, just in the fall, because they had done it last year also. So in the spring, I led the group with a very creative name, The Amazing Olders. And this was the very beginning. They got a puzzle that they were putting together. This is decorating cookies to go to the Charterhouse Coalition Valentine's Day lunch. RE Fun Days. So downstairs in the Ronnie just found out we have a basement in the Fun House, basically. I mean, he knew we had a basement, but like, what was in it? You know, who knew? So one of the things in it is a foosball table. There's also a ping pong table. Just Jet Pig. This was probably for justice. So one of the things the Amazing Olders did, and the Younger and the Sparks, were we made a protest that was downstairs in the fellowship hall, and the Amazing Olders made them out of Playmobil people with tiny little signs, and the Sparks did stuffies. This is what it looked like. So they all had little signs with real things. I mean, some of them were just things that the kids wanted to lift up. And some of them were things relevant to whatever, I think the Lobster had one that had to do with water rights or something. One of the things we realized for equity was that we didn't have kid-sized furniture downstairs. So we got some and put it together. Sometimes the kids in the nursery, the assistants, don't get kids, so they join us. I feel like I shouldn't even explain this photo, actually. They're very serious. Yeah, I think I'm not going to explain it. We're just going to... This is what they do when they come, like every time. It's very weird. Making butterflies. This was for transformation. And the idea of that value really is that in order for us to grow and live and put our love into action, we have to transform. That's what that transformation is about, is needing to be open to that and willing to do it, which can be hard. Jet Pig talked about how every person is like a present to be opened. Sometimes you can see on the outside some stuff about what that present is. Sometimes you can't, and there's a lot of stuff inside that you never see unless you're close to them or they choose to show you. So people made their own boxes that were like that. Here's Jet Pig. Can anyone tell me what is on the back of Jet Pig? Yeah, right. His backpack, which is a jetpack. And what does it run on, Katie? It's powered by love. Exactly. Easter egg hunt inside Fen House, an annual event. I do not know why they did this. Like, for real, I don't know. But I took a picture because fabulous. The board again. This was a challenge to try to make the tallest thing you could out of straws and pipe cleaners, working together. The group on the right figured out that you could use the stickers from the packaging of the straws, because I said you could use everything in the bag, so they really took advantage. We helped with social hour. That was our generosity thing, Jet Pig. Many kids used the dishwasher and learned how to do it. So we're all set for the rest of the year, and really from now on, with kids washing the dishes, I think. They don't know that yet. We did stuff with seeds, and this is some of the kids acting out a frog and toad play about seeds. The audience. So that's it. That's our slideshow, and we really hope that those of you who looked on in jealousy will join us next year. Even just once is truly helpful. Although leaders is really what we need, which brings me to the next part of our amazing service. This is the thanks section. So this year, 17 people helped make RE possible. We're really grateful. We could not do it without them. And we need Jet Pig for the next bit. So does anyone know where Jet Pig is? Yeah. Where? Okay. Thank you. All right, so what do you got? Oh, so they actually have the list of names which are in the backpack because the jetpack runs on love, and that is what RE runs on. Okay, so my friends, any of the kids who said they were going to help hand out presents, this is your time to shine and come on up. So here's how this is going to work. I am going to say a name. If this is you, raise your hand, and one of the kids is going to bring you your present. The presents have names on them, so we'll just do our best with this. I think that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so All right, my friends. And if the person isn't here, which I know some aren't, you can just put it there on the table, okay? All right, so let's start with our assistants. Some of the assistants came monthly. They were kind of super assistants. That's a great way to be an assistant. You just come once a month. Some people came once. So, some monthly folks. Michaela. So raise your hand, Michaela, if you are here. And if not, you can put it over on the table. Heidi. I know, it's a very busy time of year. Gina. Julia. Some folks came a few times or even just once. Ted, I know can't be here. So whoever has Ted's, you can put it on the table. Kaz. Brett. Priscilla. Callie. Donna. And Ian, I know also can't be here. So if you have Ian, put it on the table. Sometimes the nursery assistants had no people, as I said before, and they came and helped. And we have 3 of them. Asa might have just come once. I can't remember. Asa came at least once. So Asa. And Milo. And Elyse. We had 3 leaders this year besides me, and we really need more leaders. If you're willing to lead next year, that would be great. You're never alone. You always have an assistant. I'll totally prep for you. So our leaders were doing neighboring, crossing paths, which I still call neighboring face. We have Jess and Mary, who I'm pretty sure is not here, and Bobby. My friends, you are done. Thank you. Not yet, that's later. If you ever have helped in RE, can you please rise and body your spirit? Ever. Ever in your life. Woohoo! Thank you. And if you'll be doing it next year, just stay seated to show me that. Thank you. So generous. In the nursery, my friends, I don't have presents because our present to you is cash. But I want to recognize you. People in the nursery this year were Sydney, Elyse, Caroline, Milo, Asa, Callie, Simone, and B. And the last bit about this is we really need to make an RE council next year. That's a group that helps with things so that I don't just come up with all the crazy ideas on my own. I need kind of a buffer. Bobby Loney was the consultant who really kind of stood in for the RE Council this year, but I'm hoping that more people will join that group. I will give you snacks if you do. Okay, so that was thanks. Pathways to connection. Oh, and now.
Do not have to have kids.
Oh, thank you so much. No, I meant to, yeah. The majority of the people who were leaders and assistants in RE, which has been true as long as I have been here, and I'm just finishing my 12th year, do not have kids who are in the program at the time. I mean, people come because it's helpful, but also it's like a whole different way to investigate being a Unitarian Universalist. And it's completely hands-on. So if you're a hands-on kind of learner, RE is for you. So now we have some special music from Claire.
Alrighty, we have a few pathways to connection this morning. Our annual Rhubarb Festival is only 13 days away on Saturday, June 1st. There are lots of ways to take part: bake pies at one of our 4 pie bees, or bake at home. You can pick up all the supplies today after worship, or help serve rhubarb crisp and ice cream at our Rhubarb Cafe. Many options. Also, the annual meeting is the day after the Rhubarb Festival, June 2nd, right here and on Zoom. It is a very important meeting because it's when we vote on next year's budget. There will be nursery care during worship and childcare during the annual meeting. The music ministry team is forming a search committee to identify a new music director. The committee should include a couple of people who are not in the choir, as well as others who are. If you are interested or know of someone who else is, talk to Carol Harden at Social Hour. She will be making rhubarb pie boxes in the fellowship hall. We will now take our offering, which is split each week with an outside organization. This week, we share it with The Gather, a community living room in downtown Middlebury, based on 3 Buddhist principles. 1, there are no insiders and outsiders. 2, everyone is welcome to give and receive and be the gift. 3, love, respect, and dignity for all beings. Please give as generously as you are able.
We have 2 yellow cards to share this morning from Doug Richards. Yesterday morning, delegates from many Vermont congregations in the Vermont-Quebec UU Convention gathered here in our space for their annual meeting. It was the first time most of them had been in our building, and they were very impressed. They asked that we be sure to thank the entire congregation for our hospitality, and for inviting them to share our space and lunch with them. And they are a group that often gives us a little grant every year that we've used for various things, so I also appreciate that. From Paul and Frances Stone. Last Saturday, we had the excitement of participating in the graduation ceremony of our granddaughter, Chloe Pecor, from UNC in Chapel Hill. Chloe, her sister Maura, am I saying that right? Maura? And Mother Nancy attended CVUUS in the old building up the street after we replaced the Jehovah's Witnesses, who had been in that space, with a more modulating view on life. We come together this morning bringing all the joys and sorrows of our complex lives with us. And just like RE, where the kids get to put stones in the middle, in a moment I'll invite you to come up if you want to one of the tables. There's one there and one there. And silently drop some of the stones into the water while you think of your joys or concerns in your heart. So we invite you now to come up. For sorrows shared, our burdens lightened, and joys shared, our joys magnified. And we'll have some stone dropping music from Ronnie. So anyone who wants to come on up. Don't be shy. Some folks in line can feel free to come over to this side also, if you don't want to wait. I think because of time, I'm just going to sing one line of this next song, and we'll move on. All your head, it was like watching a tennis match. Everybody's head whipped over to the side to see what song I was talking about. If you know it, you can do it, but I'm just going to go through it once. It's an echo song. All right, I lied. We'll just do it once, not twice. We won't repeat it. So you're the bold, okay? Courage,
Courage,
my friend,
my friend,
you do not walk alone. Same tune for the rest. We will walk with you
and
and sing your spirit. right. This morning, we celebrate what is the bridging of Asa Baker Rouse, Baxter Harrington, B. Porter, Maura Connolly, Milo Reese, and Simone Duquette Hoffman, the 6 sitting in the front row here, who are all graduating from high school this year. Right. Sophie Mason was part of this group, but when she went to boarding school, her grading changed, so she's not actually graduating yet. So maybe I'll see her next year. We'll find out. Before we give them presents, bridges, and blessings, I want to share just a very tiny bit about them and like 5 photos that they will be really happy I found. I know, look at these guys. So these, all 6 came when they were young, of varying ages. Baxter was the first. I actually don't know the starting age. He was definitely here when he was 3. Born here? I mean, not born here, but I feel like he should get a scholarship from us or something if he was actually born here. We'll take it. Asa really hates singing, so I don't even know how we got him to do this. This is when they were in Neighboring Faith, which is what it was called back then. This is them in Burlington, kind of a different group. They took it very seriously. So, right, they were here for Neighboring Faith, Coming of Age, Owl again, yay, progressive sex education. Harry and UU, we did a Boston trip, we did Christmas pageants, we did youth group in person, then on Zoom, then in person outside with masks. So they did the whole shebang. And they have helped out in the nursery and in RE. So I would like you to come up and make a nice awkward line right in the middle. Do you fit? Do you fit? Because we can slide stuff over. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just gonna slide over a little bit. I guess I was imagining you when you were really little when I planned the spacing here. So we called today the blessing of our graduates, which we will do at the very end, but the UU bridging ritual is so cool that I just had to do it. So we are going to do that now, and here is how it works. Anyone in the room who is, not you guys quite yet, high school or younger, please stand over kind of near the piano. So, if you're high school or younger, please stand over near the piano. You will not have to do anything except wave goodbye. Yeah, it's a tearjerker one, I'm not gonna lie. Graduates, you may join them because you are still in high school, even though you may feel like you are not. On this side, I would like to invite anybody who is 30-ish or younger. I know we have at least 3 of you. Woohoo! Representing, that's right. They have the energy of 20 people, so it all works out. Okay, so we have our children and youth. We have our young adults and any other cool terms they may use for themselves. So in the middle, we are going to make in the Vermont tradition, a nice covered bridge. We're going to have a line of people facing this way, a line of people facing me with arms up. Who is in this line, you may ask? Thank you for asking. In this line is anyone who has supported the 6 graduates while they were at CVUUS. So you can decide if that is you. That might be their families, RE leaders, assistants, advisors. If you feel like you were part of their journey at CVUUS in some way, or supported them while they were doing it, please come up and make 2 lines facing each other. I did say parents. And there's many other people who I know would be in this line if they were in the room. No. You know, I had people, it's challenge by choice, so that's okay. It's brave to come up and make some kind of weird bridge that you don't really know what you're doing in front of people. Okay, so, bridge people Carrie is showing you how to do it. So you're putting hands together. This is not meant to hurt the graduates, so your hands do not have to actually connect. You can kind of imagine. I know we have some tallish people who are going to come through. So, Asa, Baxter, B, Maura, Milo, and Simone. As you cross the bridge between youth and young adulthood, and you venture into a larger world, we hope you can feel the love and support that will always be here for you. And we hope you will always think of us as one of your homes. And now, please come through the bridge. Where you will be welcomed by the young adults and the adults. Graduates, stay here. Everybody else, you did a wonderful job. You may take a seat. See what I mean? It's so good. All right, this is the last little bit. Then we'll sing a song and enjoy the wonderful cake and weather. Okay, so graduates, just come up here one last time. This is very quick. This is just the present part, and I need my present. Yep, this is you. We have presents for you that we hope will equip you with some of the tools that you might need in your future. Yeah, I was being literal. They are, in fact, tools. So, my dear ones, use these toolkits wisely as you decide what you will assemble and hang on your walls and fix. And please also use them to help others who do not have the tools yet that they need. And now, everyone, including those on Zoom, please join me in the unison blessing on the screen. Look at that, like magic. As you join the community of adulthood, we give you our blessing. Wherever you go, know that you always have a home here. The bridge that you have crossed is strong and will remain open to you always. Our closing words are short and sweet. Love won't ask you to be less of yourself. It will invite you to become more and more of you, to step into all of you. Blessed be. So let's sing one last time together this morning. Please rise, embody your spirit, for we shall be known by my muse. Ronnie and I are going to do it through once, just the two of us, and then we will all do it together. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the world. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. One more time together. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the world. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Two more times. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. You may be seated for the postlude.